Hi, my name is Helen Sederend, and I'm presenting Circa Dia, which it means about a day. I must say, living for up to a year on the moon without seeing the outside world or your loved ones, constantly surrounded by colleagues who are actually the only people in the radius of 400,000 kilometers, was actually daunting, but go we must. Humans are hardwired for curiosity, and building a permanent habitat on the moon is a necessary stepping stone in space exploration. In order to get there, we will develop our technology and machinery to meet whatever obstacles we might find on our way. We're clever, no doubt, but cleverness won't speed along our evolution. Human body remains weak in the challenges of space, and human body always makes mistakes. People working to make the space exploration possible have actually gone as far as to say that human risk is one of the top 2 reasons for possible mission failure. This tool bag cost approximately $100,000, and without it, critical fixes to the ISS had to be postponed. Currently, the space missions are run like military operations, legacy of Cold War. And in a way that makes sense. The International Space Station only floats about 400 kilometers above us, so it's easy to leave everything in charge of them. They even micromanage their schedules. So a day of the astronauts on the ISS looks about like this. When you put yourself in their shoes, how long will you last? I mean, we all like to have some sort of control of our days and doings. So when I thought of this, I thought of these creative people throughout history who have managed their days very differently. Balzac woke up at 1 a.m. to work, but Picasso slept almost until noon and didn't start work until 3 p.m. Both of them were highly productive. We are vast and we are diverse. We need autonomy to deliver our best results. In 2017, Nobel Prize in Medicine and Psychology was awarded for discoveries about how internal clocks and biological rhythms govern human life. Our remarkable inner clock adapts our physiology to the dramatically different phases of the day. It regulates critical functions such as behavior, hormone levels, body temperature, and metabolism. But circadian rhythm varies from person to person, day to day. So there are a few things that we can measure, like body temperature and melatonin levels. Before going to space, every astronaut goes through a 2-year training period, during which their circadian rhythm baseline can be analyzed to locate the peak and low moments of physical and mental ability. Thinking back to the differences of Balzac and Picasso, working together with health and routine coaches, the astronauts can, in addition, develop their preferred baseline schedule, which takes into account their preferences and habits. On the moon, our astronauts are now 400,000 kilometers away from us. That's 1,000 times further than the ISS at the moment. So we cannot micromanage them the way we do currently. Instead, we'll give them wristwatches that non-invasively monitor their activity, heart rate, and temperature. What that does, it allows us to be up to date with their circadian rhythms. This lets them manage their schedules according to their personal natural body clock and their own preferences and habits. This is what they will see on their work screens. The estimated circadian rhythm will be processed into levels of mental and physical levels. The same data processing that actually does this will also receive the tasks sent in by the mission control, and knowing the rhythms of the whole crew can then find the best time for everyone to be present for one activity, and separate tasks divided into categories that the astronauts can then manage and fit on their personal schedule, just like the police. Of course, the circadian rhythm comes into the process and guides the astronaut to heighten the efficiency of the day. The wristwatch that measures their vital signs, will also give easy access to their schedules and allow to make changes on the go. The circadian levels are also visible here. But we cannot really predict everything far into the future, and this is why we analyze their heart rate and acceleration to determine fatigue levels. We can now notify our astronauts in advance. In case we see their fatigue levels might interfere with their alertness or ability to perform high-risk tasks like moonwalk, we can notify them. If we tell them 2 hours in advance that, hey, that task you just did got you more tired than we predicted, and fatigue might now have an effect on the difficult task ahead, we first lessen the possibility of costly mistakes, but also enable something to be done for the astronaut to recover. How about the nap? Perhaps we move some tasks around. This is how we operate here on Earth, all the time. We move things around according to how we feel, and ideally make changes to the schedules, listening to what our body and mind tells us. It's in mission control's interest to maximize the efficiency of the missions when harmonious schedule management enhances the performance of the astronauts and lowers risk of human error while giving the crew more control of their day while everybody wins. Fatigue is responsible for up to 1/4 of serious or fatal accidents on the road when driving. Of course, we should take that into account when planning schedules of astronauts. The stakes up in space are really just so much higher. This is our team of Circa Dia. We thank you for your attention.